It's difficult to fathom how quickly life can shift, especially in the realm of fame. One moment, individuals bask in the glow of adoration, surrounded by fans and flashing cameras, and the next, they find themselves navigating the harsh realities of homelessness. The stories of these celebrities reveal a stark contrast between their past glories and their current struggles. Some face personal battles, such as addiction or mental health issues, which led to their downfall. Others made poor financial choices, squandering their wealth and leaving them with nothing. As they transitioned from luxurious lifestyles to living on the streets, many became unrecognizable, both physically and emotionally. The glitz and glamour that once defined them faded away, replaced by the harshness of survival. These tales serve as a reminder of how quickly fortunes can change, and how the allure of fame can sometimes mask deeper issues. The journey from the heights of success to the depths of despair illustrates the unpredictable nature of life in the spotlight, leaving us to ponder the true cost of celebrity. Recognized for his roles in iconic films like Reservoir Dogs and Kill Bill, Michael Madsen has had a career filled with both success and struggle. Despite his talent and fame, he faced significant personal challenges that led him to periods of near homelessness. His battles with substance abuse were well documented, resulting in multiple arrests that tarnished his public image. In the 2010s, these issues compounded, leading to serious financial troubles. Madsen struggled to meet his child support obligations, and the mounting legal costs only added to his financial strain. This difficult situation ultimately resulted in the loss of his home, forcing him to rely on friends for shelter during his lowest moments. Despite these hardships, Madsen demonstrated remarkable resilience. He continued to seek roles in the film industry, showing a determination to overcome his personal turmoil. Alongside his efforts to find work, he also made attempts toward rehabilitation, striving to regain control of his life and career. Celebrated for her roles in American Pie and Orange is the New Black, Natasha Lyonne faced significant personal struggles that led to periods of homelessness. In the early 2000s, Lyonne struggled with heroin addiction and serious health issues, including a collapsed lung and hepatitis C. These challenges took a toll on her life and career. In 2005, she was evicted from her New York City apartment, marking the beginning of a dark period where she cycled in and out of rehab, faced legal issues, and lacked stable housing. During this time, she experienced the harsh realities of life without a home, which deeply affected her. Despite these hardships, her journey to recovery was long and difficult. Attendant with the support of friends and loved ones, she found the strength to turn her life around. This resilience led to a remarkable comeback, highlighted by her acclaimed role in Orange is the New Black in 2013, which showcased her talent and determination to overcome adversity. In the 1940s and 1950s, Bobby Driscoll was a beloved Disney icon, known for his charming performances in classic films. He was the voice of Peter Pan and starred in live-action movies that captured the hearts of many. However, as he grew older, his life took a tragic turn. After his time with Disney came to an end, Driscoll found it increasingly difficult to secure acting roles. The industry that once embraced him now seemed to have forgotten him. In his struggle to cope with the pressures of fame and the challenges of adulthood, he turned to drugs, specifically heroin. This addiction spiraled out of control, leading to multiple arrests and a prison sentence that further tarnished his reputation in Hollywood. By the 1960s, Driscoll was living in destitution, estranged from his family and friends. His once promising career had crumbled, leaving him isolated and alone. In 1968, his lifeless body was discovered in an abandoned building in New York City. Tragically, he was buried in an unmarked grave, a stark contrast to the fame he once enjoyed. It wasn't until nearly 2 years later that his identity was confirmed through a fingerprint match, revealing the sad fate of a child star who had fallen from grace. Known for his intense performances in films like Saving Private Ryan and Black Hawk Down, Tom Sizemore's career was marked by both critical acclaim and personal turmoil. Despite his talent, Sizemore faced significant challenges in his personal life, which led to periods of homelessness. His struggles with addiction were well documented, resulting in a series of arrests and legal troubles that overshadowed his professional achievements. Reports surfaced in 2005 indicating that he was living in his car and on the streets of Los Angeles, a stark contrast to the successful actor he once was. Financial instability compounded his issues as mounting legal battles drained his resources and further complicated his life. His erratic behavior strained relationships with friends, family, and colleagues, making it difficult for him to find stability. Nevertheless, Sizemore made several attempts to regain control of his life. He appeared on reality television shows, using the platform to discuss his journey toward recovery and the challenges he faced. Through these efforts, he sought to rebuild his life and reconnect with his audience. Known for his memorable performances in films like Independence Day and the National Lampoon's Vacation series, Randy Quaid's life took a dramatic turn from Hollywood stardom to a troubling existence marked by homelessness. In the late 2000s, Quaid and his wife, Evie, found themselves embroiled in a series of legal troubles. They faced serious charges, including burglary and defrauding an innkeeper, which painted a picture of a couple in crisis. Quaid's claims of being targeted by what he called Hollywood star whackers added a layer of paranoia to their situation. This belief led them to flee to Canada in 2010, where they sought asylum, but their request was denied. As their legal issues mounted, their behavior became increasingly erratic, further isolating them from the Hollywood community. Financial strain compounded their problems, forcing them into a life on the run without stable housing. The once celebrated actor, known for his comedic and dramatic roles, became a figure of concern, illustrating how quickly fame can fade and how difficult life can become when faced with overwhelming challenges. Rising to fame with her role in Grace Under Fire, Brett Butler's journey from sitcom stardom to financial hardship is a poignant story of resilience. She became a beloved figure in the 1990s, earning critical praise for her performance as a single mother navigating life's challenges. However, behind the scenes, Butler faced significant struggles with addiction and mental health issues. These personal battles contributed to the premature end of her show, which was a devastating blow to her career. As time went on, financial mismanagement compounded her difficulties, leading to a decline in her income. The pandemic further exacerbated her situation, resulting in eviction and a stark contrast to her previous success. At 66, Butler reflects on her journey with both regret and gratitude. Despite the hardships, she continues to pursue acting, demonstrating her enduring passion for the craft. Her story serves as an inspiration for many, showing that even in the face of adversity, it is possible to find strength and hope. Known for his roles in The Buddy Holly Story and Lethal Weapon, Gary Busey was once a celebrated actor in Hollywood. His talent and charisma brought him significant success in the film industry. However, everything changed after a near-fatal motorcycle accident in 1988. This tragic event left him with severe brain damage, which dramatically altered his life. Following the accident, Busey began to exhibit erratic behavior, a consequence of his injuries. As time went on, he faced mounting financial problems that led to a difficult period in his life. By the early 2000s, Busey found himself in a dire situation, facing bankruptcy and living out of his car. Despite these challenges, he sought help and made a significant change in his life. His appearance on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew in 2008 marked a turning point. During this time, he publicly confronted his addiction issues, showing his willingness to fight back against the struggles. This moment not only helped him regain some stability, but also allowed him to continue his presence on television. Through resilience and determination, Busey has managed to navigate the ups and downs of his life, reminding many of the strength of the human spirit. Rising to fame as a child star on The Partridge Family, Danny Bonaduce quickly became a household name. However, after the show ended in 1974, his life took a difficult turn. He faced a challenging period marked by addiction and homelessness. By the late 1980s, Bonaduce found himself living out of his car, estranged from his family, and struggling to find his place in the world. This time was filled with hardship, but it also became a turning point for him. Recognizing the need for change, he sought help through various rehab programs. With determination and resilience, Bonaduce began to reinvent himself. He transitioned into a successful career in radio, where his candid personality resonated with listeners. He also made a name for himself in reality television, showcasing his journey and personal growth. Through all the ups and downs, Bonaduce's story is one of tenacity, proving that even after facing significant challenges, it is possible to rebuild and thrive. Known for his roles in films like Terminator 3 and the HBO series Carnival, Nick Stahl was once a rising star in Hollywood. However, his career took a dark turn in the early 2010s as he struggled with severe substance abuse issues. This battle with addiction led to a series of troubling incidents, including multiple disappearances. In May 2012, his wife reported him missing, raising alarm among fans and friends. Weeks later, he was found on Skid Row in Los Angeles, a place notorious for homelessness and addiction. His addiction to methamphetamine and other drugs worsened his situation, causing erratic behavior that strained his relationships with family and friends. Despite several attempts at rehabilitation, Stahl faced repeated relapses, drawing public attention to his struggles. His story highlights not only his personal challenges, but also the broader issue of addiction that affects many in the entertainment industry. The pressures of fame and the temptations that come with it can lead to devastating consequences, as seen in Stahl's life. Her journey from stardom to homelessness is a tale marked by triumphs and tribulations. Best known for her role as Lois Lane in the Superman film series, Margot Kidder's performance won her critical acclaim and a dedicated fan base. However, behind the scenes, Kidder struggled with severe mental health issues that eventually led to a period of homelessness in the mid-1990s. Diagnosed with bipolar disorder, she experienced a particularly severe manic episode in 1996 that caused her to go missing for several days. Found in a disoriented state in Glendale, California, her mental health struggles garnered significant media attention. Following her rescue, Kidder was hospitalized and received treatment, becoming an outspoken mental health advocate despite ongoing challenges, including financial difficulties and unstable housing. Her story highlights the complexities of mental health and the impact it can have on a person's life, even for those who have achieved great success in their careers. Kidder's resilience in the face of adversity continues to inspire many. An actor synonymous with Hollywood charm, Richard Gere reached the pinnacle of stardom with iconic roles in Pretty Woman and An Officer and a Gentleman. His performances captivated audiences and established him as a leading man in the film industry. However, in 2014, Gere took an extraordinary step to raise awareness about homelessness by disguising himself as a homeless man on the streets of New York City. This bold move was not just a publicity stunt. It was a heartfelt effort to shed light on the struggles faced by those living without shelter. His convincing transformation allowed him to experience firsthand the indifference and profound isolation that many homeless individuals endure daily. This act of empathy was part of his broader humanitarian efforts, which include supporting organizations like the Coalition for the Homeless. Gere has actively participated in fundraising events to aid those in need, demonstrating his commitment to making a difference in the lives of vulnerable populations. His actions remind us that even those who seem far removed from hardship can take steps to understand and help those less fortunate. Gaining fame as John Connor in Terminator 2: Judgment Day, Edward Furlong quickly became a household name. His performance in the film was widely praised, and many believed he had a bright future ahead in Hollywood. However, as the years went by, his promising career faced significant challenges. Substance abuse began to take a toll on his life, leading him down a dark path. Throughout the 2000s, Furlong struggled with addiction to heroin and cocaine. This battle with drugs resulted in multiple arrests and legal troubles that further complicated his life. By 2013, reports emerged that he was living on the streets of Los Angeles. His addiction and financial instability left him in a desperate situation. The once celebrated actor found himself struggling to find help and support. The ongoing battles with drugs and the financial consequences of his legal issues marked a stark fall from the stardom he once enjoyed. Friends and fans who had admired his talent were left heartbroken as they witnessed his decline. The story of Edward Furlong serves as a reminder of how quickly life can change and how difficult it can be to overcome personal